Hello and welcome to my channel. This is Lisa with Lisa's Faith and Budget Planning channel. I'm excited to be here today. I'm excited to dive in and show you my budget. I'm a couple days behind. I meant to do it this weekend and it just didn't happen. Life is life, and that's how it works. And so but I'm happy to be here today and just kind of show you what I had to do this weekend to kind of get it all straightened out, because I didn't have the right numbers and I wanted the right numbers for you guys. So this is just gonna be a quick video reviewing what I discovered and how a few dollars off can kind of throw you a little bit. And I map out my budget in several ways in order to see how I'm spending my money and keeping myself in check. So that's what we're going to look into today. Let's flip to the month of October. So we're still in this honeymoon phase of our new house. We've been married 26 years, but we bought a new house. We bought it on our 26th wedding anniversary, and we were at closing, signing the papers. So we're still in this phase of this forever home. So we've been spending quite a bit of money, but this is my bill calendar, and all the income that I expected to come in came in. I did have a little bit of refund. You'll see that in some of the other pages where money came back to us from other things. But here you can see all the different bills that I had and that they actually came out. So that's pretty awesome. No surprises. My Vivint security system did go up $5. It hasn't had a price increase in, let's see, I got this in 2019. It only had a $2 price increase like 2 years into it, and then $5 this year. But I don't know if that had to do with the fact that we are in a new location. So we went from the state of Virginia to the state of Kentucky, and if that had something to do with it or if anything else had to do with it. So I have no idea. But I do know it went up $5. We'll see next month if it changes, or I can log into the account and see if it says anything else. But it's not that big a deal. We can handle the $5 change. And I added 2 bills. The joint chiropractic. We were so used to going to chiropractor in Virginia that we found one here, and they do it instead of paying a block amount and then just using it when you want, and it doesn't really expire at that location. Here they have a little bit different structure. We have the military discount, $69 for the month. On the 15th of every month, mine comes out. The 16th of every month, my husband's comes out. And those are 2 new bills that I have going reoccurring. And then if we go over the 4 sessions for the month, that's included in the $69, then we pay $10 extra each time we go. And that works out for us. I think that would be a really good plan. And it's actually a little bit cheaper than what we were paying before. So that's pretty cool. And it's a walk-in. Great. Love it. Did my sinking funds. So I'm going to zoom in for this a little bit. There we go. Here's my sinking funds. So what I have here is my beginning and ending balances. On the last paycheck, or the paycheck 3 of the month, which just came in last Friday, I make all the adjustments to the sinking funds. It's towards the end of the month. I put a deposit in for savings for these accounts, and then I take things out if there's anything that came out. Now, one thing that did happen was Skillshare. I decided not to renew that. So whatever was in Skillshare, I moved and added to Christmas fund. I normally only put $50 at a time. So that 180 plus 50 is 230. And so I really didn't move it, but on paper I moved it, because this is one savings account, and this balance here at the bottom matches that number in the savings account. So I know that savings account holds all the cash in one pot for all of these things. These are our annual expenses. That's why I use sinking funds. So once a year when they pop up, I'm like, oh yeah, I got to pay that. I've already been saving up for it. I just pay it. Sometimes I have quarterly expenses, or, just things that I can put money in and then throughout the year use it. Cell phone tech is one of them, Christmas fund, vacation fund, things like that. Now, this vacation fund is like a small fund, not a big family vacation fund. This is just like if we wanted to do a day trip, or if we wanted to get tickets to a zoo or an aquarium or something like that, and just do some kind of fun activity. I call it vacation fund here. So there's that savings and or sinking funds, and everything worked out fine. I didn't have anything come out this month. November and December, I do have some things coming out, so you'll see changes in that. And I'm going to reevaluate after at the end of this year, going forward, what do I need to keep? What do I not want to keep? If there's any changes I want to make to this account, does it still fit our lifestyle the way I want it to? So that is cool. Down here at the bottom, I have this mini savings tracker. This is a money market account where I get a lot more interest. Well, depends on what you mean for a lot. This regular, plain old checking and savings account here in my credit union, I only got 50 cents and there's $3,000 in there. I mean, seriously. Come on now, people. And I could put this in my money market account, but it fluctuates so much. I just like, nah, I don't want to do that. And I have the account. It's just a holding place. But this here is where I keep my emergency fund, the savings for the Roth IRA for the next year. So when we sold our house, I was able to put that $6,000 aside and not have to track it for the rest of the year, which has made life a lot easier. And then vacation fund right there. If we get to do a vacation fund, I don't know. But if I had to liquidate all of this, this is 1 year of emergency fund right here. So it's all one savings account. Again, that made $24 in dividends, where up here it made 50 cents. I mean, that's the difference. You have to have more money in a money market account. And it can start with a few $100s to thousands of dollars. And the interest can be bigger, but it's easy access, and I actually pay my credit card out of it sometimes when I need to use the emergency fund, so I don't have any delays or waits, and that was important to me. And it's not a huge high yield where like some of the other online banks, but this I do like because I have easy access to it. That was very important to me. October, I always write scripture and prayer and praise. And then my mortgage principal, I made my very first mortgage payment. My principal only went down $259. The rest of it was interest, homeowners insurance, and property escrow taxes. So I'm like, whatever. But it's your first payment on a 30-year loan, and we will be changing that up. So look for that in upcoming videos. I might just do a whole talk on our mortgage and how we're planning to attack it, because I'm confused. I kind of regret going the way we did, and that's okay. Goals that we had, things that we wanted to do around the house, and then things we wanted to purchase. I didn't get a MacBook Pro. I got a MacBook Air. I can just change that because these are erasable. But it has tons of memory in it. And I didn't need a lot of memory, but I needed it for when I'm doing and editing videos. So this, with the new M2 chip, should really make a huge difference in that ability. It's just the upload to the internet from where I live out in the boonies or in the country where I'm at. That's the other thing. My husband finally purchased his gun safe. That is going to be exciting because he has some antique guns that were passed down in the family for past 100 years. He's from Eastern Kentucky, so it's a thing here apparently. I am not from here, so I don't know anything about it. But he's finally got his, like I said, it's a forever home now. We finally have our forever home. And now that we have our forever home, we really need to focus on what do we want in the house. So while we have the money, that's what we're doing. And this is just a savings account where I put our tithing. We are still not settled on a church yet, though we have settled on one we want to try next Sunday. And I'm excited about that. So once we become sure that's the church and that's where God wants us to have community and tithe, that's where the tithing savings will go. I did use it to help out a missionary, though. God was leading us into that, so that was awesome. And I still had some left over. This $875, I think, is going to go pay part of this $1,500 charge for a gun safe. The gun safe didn't cost that much. It's where we want it in the house. They need to get it into the basement, and so there are extra charges on that. So I'm going to zoom out real quick, and I'm going to show you Paycheck 2 closeout and Paycheck 3 setup. Okay, here we are. So I had to adjust the balance forward from Paycheck 1. I was off by $20. I'm not sure what I did wrong, but I was off, and I do apologize for that. So here we are. So I did adjust that and lowered it, and then back traced my numbers to get actuals. So everything as far as the bills, there was a $1 adjustment here. I thought it was $155. They only took out $154. Not sure what that was about. Maybe I just wrote the wrong number down, and that's okay. I'll double check online. But here I did do an activity day, and I wanted to take it out of the buffer, the checking account, not the vacation fund. And that was $104 at an ATM. There's a $4 fee. It's kind of weird. So, and I'm thinking about actually getting a local bank here, just keeping a little bit of money, and then I can transfer when I need, and that way I can use the ATM and not have fees. But because there are no Navy Federals where I'm at, so, but we don't want to lose our Navy Federal account because we absolutely love that account, and I don't want to ever get rid of that. The 2 extra bills that I forgot to include at the first of the month, I put those with the joint chiropractic. And then my husband was testing out his Visa Go card, which is just a prepaid cash card, and he puts money on there. He's about to get more VA education benefits, and when he gets a deposit from that, because it's a grant and they give him a specific set of numbers, amount of money, because he's in school for the post 9/11 GI Bill, he gets cash, and the rest of it goes to the school. Those deposits I have him put in a separate account away from the family budget. So you'll see in November there will be a VA education. I got refunds here, but VA education deposit after VA disability, and then you'll see in the expenses where that money was taken right back. It was deposited and taken right back out because I don't want it with the family budget. So that works. And everything you see here on my paychecks has to do with our checking account, where all our bills come in, where all our bills are paid out of, regardless if they go on the credit card or not. All the deposits come to this one account, and then I pay from there. So that is how we run our budget, and it just works best for us. Let's see, lots of spending. I don't know why I put check marks all the way across. Let's see. Here I had a difference. We'll look at the differences really quick and see if I know I was over in some of the categories. Oh, the unbudgeted and then the prescriptions. So here I had for Paycheck 2, which is 2 weeks of my husband's time. Let's see, it started on the 7th and it ended on the 20th. So for 2 whole weeks, we had $731.14 as our grocery household purchases. Restaurants, we were over budget there, and I shouldn't have put a check mark there. So, oh goodness, let's see. I should have put a minus in red. Let me grab my other pen. That's silly me. All right, so I'm going to put a negative sign here. So we were negative here. I only had $124 in the budget, but I forgot it was our birthday and I didn't budget enough for the restaurant. So we ordered a lot of food for a celebration night. We DoorDashed a lot. And then we had a few date nights and things like that. So we had more eating out than I thought we were going to do. I just didn't plan well for that. Miscellaneous, I was under miscellaneous just because I just knew I was going to be over budget if I put all the extras under miscellaneous. So I just put some. Let's see, gasoline was under those $2.57 here. It's $2.31 here. But unbudgeted was over $1,227.59. And you're probably going, what the heck did you buy? Whatever we wanted. It was crazy time. Crazy. Let's see. Here is, this is, I started with these stickers and I ran out. So that's why I'm going back to pink and blue and stuff like that. Yeah, I didn't like changing the colors. I need my regular colors. It was just, that's why I got so confused. It was so hard to track. So, and like on this day, like these 3 right here actually belong on this day. There's not even enough room for it. I had to move the date dot onto this sticker because I had to create room for it. I just so much spending, but I did buy a laptop. I did buy the, and that was the Amazon Prime sale. And I spent $200. Let's see, the laptop was $14.29. And it was normally it was about $2,000 on the Apple website and on Amazon before the sale. Now I think they carried it over after Amazon Prime sale day, but that's what I got. I got Apple Care for $2.99 for it. Let's see. What's the other thing? We bought a Christmas tree because we donated the last one we had and we needed a new one. So it was $232.72. Just lots of spending. I ordered, Sarah Marie stickers, the new releases, and I bought a bunch of stuff there for $160. I kept going to the grocery store several times. Though I give myself a high enough budget to cover it, it's just like, wow, I'm going all the time. And then we had a eating out and day here where I took my son to lunch and took him to a mall. My husband went with my other son to McDonald's and went hiking and got lunch out on the way there. My husband and I had a date night that night for Olive Garden. Boys had pizza that night. We ate out the whole day. And then, just all this stuff. Oh, and I found a really good deal on shirts for my sons that are long sleeve. We don't have a lot of those. We lived closer to the coast before we moved here, so we didn't have a lot of winter clothes. And so now that we're in Kentucky and we're going into the colder months, I wanted to make sure that they had long sleeve shirts for church that were nice but still warm. So I just didn't want them cold. And I got like 8 shirts for $88. I mean, they were $11 a piece. So that was really good. And there was that thick thermal too. So it was just like, okay, perfect. So it was just very spendy. So that's where that $1,200, over the budget. Some of this over budget is actually in Paycheck 3. I just haven't totaled it yet because Paycheck 3 is not over until Halloween. And so all the bills are already taken care of. And these are the budgeted, but I'm so over budget in these areas that I don't know. We'll see what happens this month. It's really been an eye-opener, and I actually had to sit down with my husband and ask him to look at it with me and go, okay, here we are. How do you feel about all of this? What do you think? And it really was a little bit of alarming, but not so alarming that we didn't spend like $600 at Lowe's. Part of it, I'm using our sinking fund for, let's see, Christmas here, the $780, basically part of this that I moved up here. I have $780 in there for gifts and decor and activities and things like that. This doesn't necessarily everything for Christmas. This is just a good start for Christmas for me. And then if there's anything available in checking or savings, then I can use that to pay for any other things outside of this amount for the holidays. So we're not strict on that. That's just a good start. I want a good buffer to start the holidays with. So I'm going to use that to pay the credit card because I got these, they're like 2 feet tall plushies. They're like Mickey and Minnie, and they're all dressed up for Christmas. And then I got Rudolph, the cartoon, that claymation cartoon, and then I got Frosty as well, the original Frosty. And those are my favorite cartoons. I watch them every Christmas holiday season. I have to watch them. I've got them on DVD. I'm ready to watch them if I miss them when they're shown on television, so no problem there. So everything looks good. I did go in the negative for Paycheck 3, but I waited. This spending area here that you see, I would say 100% of this was on the credit card, and I pay it weekly. So I already made one payment to pay half of most of this off, and then I made a second payment on the same time Paycheck 2 came in. So even though it was negative, I did not go negative in my checking account, and I have overdraft protection too, so I can always do that. But this all goes on the credit card, and then I pay it. My husband gets paid on Friday. I pay it Thursday night, and everything just kind of happens overnight, and the balances work out. So this minus this, let's see. I had $2,523.47. That's my husband's paycheck minus the $67.11. This is what the balance was the next morning when I looked at my bank account and I paid the credit card, and then I actually got the deposit in. They kind of happened simultaneously, and that it was my start of Paycheck 3. Now, I don't want to put that total down just yet, just because if something happens to come in, a refund or something, and I want to put it there, I can. I left room for it. If not, that's the number that'll go here, and then I'll subtract from over here. If I have to transfer from savings to cover something, I could do that. More than likely, I will pay the credit card with savings if I need to in some of this spending. Now, the other part of the $600 that we spent here at Lowe's was some tools that my husband desperately needed. We really didn't maintenance a lot of our own home and didn't have, like, he needed a chainsaw, which he still has to order that, but he didn't get it, and a weed eater and things like that. We had lawn care people. We didn't have any of that. So he's doing it himself. He's enjoying it. The reason we need chainsaws, cut down some trees and stuff, and cut up wood and lumber and stuff. So that's going to be important in the backyard. And things for the lawnmower and maintenance and stuff like that. So that is important. So we still have, today's the 24th. I've already done a Walmart pickup and paid a bill at our medical center for a doctor's visit. So yeah, I'm like, okay, we have, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 days left, and or 7.5 days, because today's halfway over. Yeah, and that's what we have here. This is how I keep up with my credit card. This is how I keep up weekly check-in and deposits and paid where I paid the credit card. So a little different than my old setup where I had all the balances. But this helps me keep track of what I pay every week on the credit card. And weekly paying off my credit card is what's keeping us from credit card debt, but still allowing us to accumulate points. I already got $850 once this year in credit card rewards, and then I'll probably get another $600 by the end of this year. I'm going to cash that in for Christmas, and that's going to be kind of cool. Normally I only get $250 a year because I wasn't using my credit card before, and now I'm using it all the time. Plus we moved this year, so we put like a very high ticket items, $9,000 here, $4,000 there, but we had the cash for it and we paid it off. And we still haven't paid interest on our credit card in about two years, 2.5, maybe 3 years now. So once we paid off our credit card and went consumer debt free, which is what we have, we still have a mortgage, but we're consumer debt free. The freedom it gives you to be flexible like this and use it to carry things. But you gotta make sure you know you have the cash coming, and it's a discipline. It's not something to use to get rewards. I've just disciplined myself enough to go, okay, now I can use those rewards. Discipline first, then rewards, if you're going to use the credit card. But you have to do it. And the best way I have found to do it, to make it, make myself aware of what's going on with the credit card, is this spending tracker that I have for it. This is just basically my credit card. If I pulled out if I printed out my credit card statement, this is what each line transaction would be, but I'm handwriting it down, and in my brain, it's like, okay, now this is the available credit you have. This is what you owe. How high do you want this owe? Where's the money coming from? It made you think, how are you going to pay it? you don't set it and forget it. It's not an Instapot. It's not a slow cooker. It's not a rotisserie. It's not anything like that. You can't set it and forget it. You've got to pay attention to how you're spending. So that is a big deal to me. And I highlight it in categories. So I'm using stickers that match this in my calendar next month. So I got all my stickers, so that's good. Things that weren't on my calendar, but that I do have in here, the $1,500 gun safe, $500 we're buying a new fridge. So we've cash flowed a washer and dryer. We've cash flowed a dishwasher, new carpet, and now a refrigerator. We only put a $500 deposit because it's going to take a bit to get here. And once it's here, then we'll pay. It's about $2,000 or $2,400 for a fridge, for the fridge that I want. And it had to be very specific for the space that it's going in. So I really didn't have a choice. That's the refrigerator. And then yesterday we went back because while we were at this place, I don't know how to pronounce it, but it's a furniture appliance store. We spent $1,400 on a table. Really, really nice table. I don't know. I think I could pull it up. Let me see if I can get a picture for you guys. Just one second without like knocking all my equipment over. Oh, goodness. I should have it on my iPad here. And it's just the advertisement. It's not really a picture of it's a picture of the table, which is funny. Let's see. Here we go. Really excited about this. There it is. And there we go. So it's a really nice table. It was $12.99. You get 6 chairs, and then the leaf in the middle folds under. You make shorter or longer. We like the X and the beam at the bottom. That was really cool. And then the seating with the chairs is what we really like. We have a bench now, but we're just tired of what we have, and what we have was what my husband grew up with. It was his parents. So it's 45 years old. And so we just wanted our own new table, and we've always talked about getting a new one, and now was our opportunity. So like I said, we're in a honeymoon phase of buying things for our house. So this should be slowing down hopefully by the end of this year, and we will just kind of be sailing through status quo after this year as far as the house goes. Let's see. So yeah, we have a lot of things that we spent, but our plans are probably out of savings, pay for the furniture and the refrigerator, and a part of the rewards money will go to pay for basically these items. So I'll use rewards money from savings that I have put away. I will use the savings that we have, part of the emergency fund, and put it here, and then I will figure out how to add back to the emergency fund. So yeah, that is what we're doing. And that is our budget for the month of October. I still have another page here. If you counted the number of pages I was flipping through, some of these, you can see here where I've kind of cut and added pages. So these aren't original. That you only get 8 pages between each month, and on a monthly Erin Condren, and I added extra pages. So let's see, two extra pages. So just to cover everything I wanted to put in here, because I have to have a spending calendar. I tried to go without it. I'm like, no, I have to have it. And then there's no way I can go without my credit card spending tracker. So I'm like, I gotta have it. So I gotta have it. That's all I know. I gotta have it. Yeah, that is where we are at. So Paycheck 3 has started. I don't know if I'm going to do a wrap up. I'll probably show you Paycheck 3 closeout when I do Paycheck 1 in November, and a little sneak peek of what November looks like. It is so pretty. Oh, Sarah Marie Stickers is awesome. That's where I get all these stickers. So there you go. I've already got it all laid out. I will do a monthly flip through of what the planner looks like with that. And I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more of my videos, please subscribe to my channel. I have plenty of playlists to check out. And I hope you have an amazing and blessed day. Bye.